Asempa 94.7 FM. A Thursday afternoon. The Ekosiisen Bremo. On the 10th day of March 2022. If you are listening to us for the first time, a higher Asempa FM, you are 355 Fanofa Street, Ewo Kokomlemle, Accra. Let me thank the production team, the team that has made this show possible. Dominic Kisi Yeboah, Nana Chumberema Jackson Osei Intiamwa, Eric Opare, popularly known as DJ Yayo, and a Queen Star, a Japan. So our show is live and airborne from now till 6:30 p.m. Be our guest in the next 4 hours, 30 minutes. And you will a huge show for you. And seminar a world show you so endorse. We would go to the High Court here in Accra. We would go to a Parliament House. But in the Parliament, Unim said, Enra, the ruling of the apex court of the land, are generating a huge discussion. And those who are, for the ruling and against the ruling vehemently. The minority Enra a press conference at the Ensemble Brina Etuja. And will be speaking to the minority chief whip, Honorable Muntaka Mubarak. Here we are, a member on the majority side, MP for Esikado Keten, former Attorney General and Minister of Justice of the Republic of Ghana, and Osaye immediate past minister in charge of railways development, the Honorable Joe Gatti and Nebetnase Eddie Nkomo. And then we would go to the US of A. Na yene a lawyer and governance expert, Professor Kweku Asare, and so Eddie Nkomo. Or some very, 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 very interesting opinions against the ruling from the Supreme Court. And the Professor Kweku Asare will be speaking with us in the area. Now, Yaji also the perspectives on what this ruling means to parliamentary independence and to the workings of Parliament in the Ebedi Sam community in the area. Later on the show, area and discussion segment, Ebe Bremo, and the lawyer Sami Jemfi, National Communications Officer, NDC, Eba Bekayensa, Ewo Studio, sounds as the Honorable Collins, Adoma Komensa, the NPP MP for Afija Kwabre North in the Ashanti region would also join us in studio. And in Penyifoi, and one better area and discussion segment, Abremo. But before all of that, unim say and the application for bail for Oliver Vomawo, and there's application for bail was called at the High Court. Now, in the story is that the state is opposed to that application for bail. Mobakaya, Asemi Bikopie Supreme Court, Deputy Attorney General at the time, Eko Koka said, the state may consider not opposing the application for bail, but the state is opposed to that application for bail. Reasons by a state we'll be speaking with Joseph Akable na wamaye details of what happened in court in the area. And as we speak, Oliver Baka Vomawo is still in police custody. Enra the breaking news in Sobremo said none who do no kakra into police for the call a police hospital. We are told say or that's so police hospital a doctor for air sheno kakra. But court Nenswaka said the substantive matter on the application for bail, the court will hear that on Monday, 14th March. And we'll bring you all the other details, what you need to know about this developing story. But we would want to dedicate this show to two very important personalities. One is an elder of the Church of Pentecost, the national chairman of the opposition NDC, the elder Samuel Ofosu Ampofo, and I don't know how many years he is, but elder Samuel Ofosu Ampofo Awoda. We dedicate our show to him and we wish him well. Our prayer is for God to comfort him on every side, and we pray that the grace of God will be sufficient unto him. Now, baby, other than NDC, be able to conquer territories in line with the possession the nations. Overarching theme of the Church of Pentecost. Eldo for Swampoko. Happy birthday. Sounds so ena modern CEO. CEO 1. CEO Bakope. The indefatigable CEO of Africa's Club of the 20th Century. Kumasi Asante Kotoko CEO. The need in Nanayao Amponsa. And what that young man has done in 2 years for Kumasi Asante Kotoko is unbelievable. Inti, happy birthday to you, Nanayao Amponsa, CEO of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. We dedicate our show again to him as well. We pray that you continue to do exploits with Kumasi Asante Kotoko. We trust you, we believe in you, and keep leading, Nanayao Amponsa. No, we too much. We too much. And yebekwa omanos ne ashase edi nkomo and yenimre. Let me also remind you, sir, yene Minerals Commission in Penyifon so ebedi nkomo, and there is a lot we are learning from Minerals Commission and your engagement yene won inya indians would have them on the show. Na yene won wetimi edi nkomo we say obi anyway. I'm watching you live from Dansoman Sharp Care with Prince of being Greater Accra Regional Organizer and Nana Ekriamwa Boaten Edie Eni. Happy belated birthday to Honorable Baba Seidu Isaka, Greater Accra Regional Assistant Secretary. May Allah bless you and everyone around you. Allahu Akbar. Master Planner Junior, Ken Tampo, and on the way Abba. And Onasa Skobi comes through with a picture of Parliament and Anopeno say, Obi, there are less than 10 MPs in Parliament today. Why can't they shut the chamber to save money if there is no business in Parliament? Wow. Less than 10. Oh. And a virtually empty chamber. Now, based on picture, I know they are sending it there. An empty chamber virtually. Our Parliament. And we say good afternoon, Obi. Ekosiisen is airborne inside Queensland, and I'm enjoying the most listened to afternoon talk show live with Patrick Osajefo, Angel Akosia Konedu Amwako, and Frederick Kwesi Dampare. Obi, a special glorious birthday going out to Mrs. Joyce Dodu, aka Yabwachua of Kokomba Market here in Accra, and also a glorious birthday to Emmanuel Edu, aka Ken Agogo of Kokobot, Takradi Kejebil. Okay, Nana Say and the rest of the family celebrate you guys today. Master P all the way from London, and all the way are praying. Let me deal with the other ones now. And to us, we say happy 10th birthday to a perfect princess. This is the first 2-decade anniversary of your life, and you have become more beautiful and intelligent. I'm so proud of you. May happiness be with you every day, all the days of your life. I wish this day would be as fabulous as your presence has been in our lives. Love you, darling daughter. Chloe Emefa Kumo. I hope so many doing it right. Chloe. And now Chloe Emefa Kumo. From your dad, Honorable Patrick Kumo, MCE, Wejagbawe Municipal Assembly, and Odiwe Abba. Happy birthday to my brother Isaac Udro, Kokroko producer on Peace FM. And this from Kofigo Nadiwe Abba, going out to you, Isaac Udro, a member of the production team on Kokroko as the morning show on Peace FM. And to do have a good one. Talking of Peace FM, let me say good afternoon to Chairman General Kwame Sefa Kain. Chairman General, good afternoon to you. Ma yenhwe yen twaso. E was say you call US of A na ye kokodin komo. Do we have Professor Kweku Asare on the line? E was say yehwe na ye beko akwa kodin komo enche bia. Na yahwe said the nyoma ABC ako. There is also a statement from the NDC Youth Wing on the Supreme Court ruling Eba Enra. Now, it's a statement signed by the party's National Youth Organizer, lawyer George Opare Ado. Councillor Kwabada Pom to saying.
Yeah, Namia Obi, Namia Dom answer.
Nyame adom yɛn nso yɛ ho yɛ papaapa. Na ɛnɛ mehwɛ mo statement na you make the point say the youth wing of the NDC is utterly dismayed by the conclusions reached by the Supreme Court in its judgment of 9th March 2022 on the Deputy Speaker's right to vote when presiding and the formation of a quorum for parliamentary business. Aden, why do you disagree with the Supreme Court? Aden.
Lady came, I'm in charge for which now, because Obi, Article 102 of the 1992 Constitution, there is no ambiguity. Sorry, Kasano and your Kasa, we hear Obi now what I say. Never know what they say, oh, preside here. And the current speaker actually. So what will preside because there are instances, maybe as I don't know, speaker, first deputy speaker, and to me, second deputy speaker, to me, any members of parliament now, bedroom will say, and we'll be in a poetry. Now, what done it done? Some air course of parliament, there is no ambiguity in that wording. Our 1992 Constitution, as I said, so the war will preside, yeah, can't call my own country. But the Supreme Court said that the answer. Pierre Tosumian, Obi, Sir, Meno say, you'll be a friend of separation of powers. You're trying to say 3 arms of government, so they will be ending Juma, Senaca, because will be ending the line. You get to say, Oma, executive about the parliament, parliament, yes, back of executive, and they declare judiciary, everything after Mukakra. But as a parliament, it's a master of its rules and procedures. In Nema, a coso on the floor of parliament, and you're subjected to any executive interference or judicial interference. Over Article 104 on voting rights of the speaker, it specifically mentions speaker. The speaker has no original vote or a casting vote. Now, for 14 Article 104, subsection 3 now, it goes further to tell you, say, you twaba, not that it's a tire. He said, we have to for E-levy. So I'm buying support E-levy. Now, opposition, they said that they support E-levy. Nay, twaba, not a paya, 137. What it means is against for those who are against it, and they think you know why that is there, and this is a constitutional provision. What it simply means is Lord anticipated and then somebody will be presiding, but that presiding person will not be given a vote. It's because that presiding person, because even at the committee level, when there is a voter, your original voters committee as the head of the committee, but a paya or original vote, and the Constitution made that provision. So if the Constitution here did not make that provision, you say, wow, what people will be casting votes to decide, but that's rather a paya. Those four have lost to Omobi against now. Then it means the framers knew exactly what they were doing.
And by that, you mean at the committee level?
No. At the voting in parliament.
At the voting in parliament,
yes,
okay.
104 subsection 3. So it's clearly there is no ambiguity in this instance. And now, standing orders of parliament, acts of parliament, legislative instruments and executive instruments, because the Constitution cannot solve all our problems in words. The BR Constitution into 110, Article 110. It says Parliament will have standing orders from the Bay Juma. So what does the standing order say? Order 109 subsection 3 says. And here it makes specific mention of deputy speaker. Because in the first instance, 104 I mentioned deputy speaker. But even 102 did not mention speaker or deputy speaker. But it says whoever is presiding. So a year who follow that's a whole year interpretation. So who needs for documents in bits and pieces. You must take the whole document and send away interpretation of it. But in these instances, there was nothing for the court to interpret it in the first place. And usually in instances like this, because it affects procedures on the floor of parliament, the Supreme Court should have declined jurisdiction. Because more or less, these are like political questions. And the Supreme Court does not have the competencies to answer that. But what have we seen? The Supreme Court, over the last 3 years, is rewriting the law. Obi said, who is speaker? na sɛ wohyɛ mmara na wo deputy tumi bɛtena akonnwa anim na mmara na deɛ woyɛeɛ no ɔno tumi ba na ɔbɛdane no na there is no problem, which is okay, which is fair. So if you inherit the rights of the speaker, why don't you inherit the limitations of the speaker? Because right now inheriting, Emma to me, Emma here to be a speaker. If once you leave your chair as a member of parliament, now for that moment now we preside, you have lost your right as a member of parliament, but you're a speaker because you do everything the speaker does. So if you take the benefits, why not the limitations? And the limitations are that you cannot vote. We are speaker, we are first deputy or second speaker, who pay so you take the benefits, yet you cannot take the limitations.
Yeah, but George said, share the specific reliefs are not a war before the court from NIPA or the Assembly Court, Supreme Courts now. And I think two main issues. Nana, second one, no, on the quorum, no, it was relative to a quorum for decisions to be made in Parliament. So, 102 now, a quorum of Parliament, apart from the person presiding, shall be 1/3 of all the members of Parliament.
Okay.
That
so
one.
Apart from,
yes.
The language is apart from emphasis is mine.
Yeah. Yes.
Apart from the person.
The person preside. Absolutely.
So whoever presides is not part of the quorum.
Yeah, but I said this quorum, no, the 1/3 there, no, for parliamentary business to go on. But I think the contentious issue in Parliament at the time was apart from the quorum for business to go on, the 1/2 quorum that we here for a decision to be made. That was what was contentious. And then the panel they call Supreme Court.
And I will be making sure there was no ambiguity. Let's say, so 102 have made it in our question already.
Yes.
I ain't very easy, Amari. What constitutes a quorum in Parliament? For both business, because before Parliament constitutes a quorum, why they constitute a quorum? Because they want to do government business. Or because they want to do parliamentary business. So if they don't have the numbers they have now, and I 1/3 now constitution, then there is no quorum. But whoever presides that day, when I hear you, when you first deputy speaker, when you second deputy speaker, members now they share when you say no, preside, you are not counted part of the quorum. This is basic. So we are overstretching and we are rewriting.
Okay, and if I get your point, George, if I get your point, if per Article 102, say to me Kaiwo and quorum, the 1/3 for parliamentary business to continue, you cannot then be part of a quorum for a decision to be made. That's your argument, right?
Obi, this is not rocket science. This is the black and white letter of the law. I don't know why we are construing other things into it. And this does not warrant an interpretation. If over the years, say, any parliament is near war, but we've had instances where first and second speakers have been presiding and they've not joined to vote. What has changed today? Because they wanted 137. But even that, come down to 104. Just leave 102 and come down to 104, subsection 3 of 104. That talks about what does that tell you?
Where the vote on any motion are equal, it shall be taken to be lost.
Exactly. Where the votes on any motions are equal, it shall be taken to be lost. What it says is that, what it tells you is that it unfazed will be somebody who is presiding, but that person, or casting voter, will it be lost? He would have been the decider.
Yeah, but 1042, Nika said, the speaker shall have neither an original nor casting vote. But I think the speaker here, again, the framers probably did not also anticipate, say, Yebenya situation you were looking at how the parliament is now.
That is why, and I'm starting by saying that is why the standing order is there. That is why the standing order is there. Because the standing order also has roots in 110. So the standing order is just like acts of parliament. Not all the laws that are written in the constitution in banning in our constitution, people are asking them about. So the constitution makes provisions for other laws, and that is why we have EI, LI, acts, and then what are the rules and regulations, so that the parliament are expressly constitution the drafters can put it there, and that is how come the order 109 specifically mentions, and if you read 109, it is interesting. 109 talks about just original votes. 109 just talks about just original votes. That's the speaker who is presiding, first or second, has no original vote. So he leaves out casting votes, because casting votes has already been dealt with in 104 subsection 3. So this is not rocket science. What the Supreme Court is doing is to rewrite the laws of this country. They are not closed with the authority of writing laws. That job is only that of Parliament.
No, but where you also probably make a mistake, and it's they might not be clothed with the power to rewrite laws, and I say to write laws.
Yeah.
But Article 2 of the Constitution,
any law inconsistent with the Constitution should be declared null.
That is even 1-2. That is even 1-2. I'm talking Article 2, where they are given the power to embark on judicial review, and through the judicial review, say the new laws, but so be it.
No. Obi. Judicial review is not rewriting of the law.
No, but you can bring about new laws. I'm not saying they will write laws.
You see, our common law system is that once there is a precedent from a higher court, it becomes the law.
Absolutely.
That has always been there. But deliberately, the Supreme Court cannot start rewriting the law out of a decision. If some interpretation comes, then it sets apart and makes the matter clear. But in this instance, the Supreme Court should have stayed away. You know why? Because, for instance, the Chief Justice issue administrative notes, and I say judicial notes, administrative notes, now issue. So issues start.
Asempa FM.
It ends up writing laws. If Parliament says you are not close to that authority, so those laws nobody should work with that. You know what will be starting from this country? The battery in Democrats not question. Even the executive, if the president fires, if the president takes certain decisions, the courts are stopped from interfering in it. It's why are we doing this? Procedures of Parliament. If we allow these things to stand, a day will come, immunities of MPs will be taken away from them. We may have another Chief Justice. We may have another president in the near future, and another Parliament very similar to this. But we'll have a worse president who doesn't respect the rule of law than what we have today, and we'll have a Chief Justice who have no respect for the Constitution, and we'll see worse. Our Parliament, we immunity now will be revoked because somebody will go to court, and the court will put an interpretation that you don't have the power to say what you said on the floor of Parliament.
George, my final question, Bears, when there is clearly a cul-de-sac in the ocean you see in Parliament, where a particular provision in the Constitution and then in the standing orders, Obia interpretation of that provision is different. And I'm so much confusion by because the Speaker at the time thought, say, based on the understanding of what is in the standing orders and the Constitution, or who quite obey me at Tuaba, Ebimufi say only who quite, what would be the appropriate forum to go? And why would you then say the Supreme Court should decline jurisdiction over this? Now, why in the best of us our problem?
Obi, when the framers said, Parliament is the master of these rules and procedures, what were they saying?
Yeah, but this time, those rules and procedures, at the huge division about Obia
and if Parliament wants to resolve their own issues,
yes,
and if not because of pettiness and the passage of e-levy, Parliament has the capacity to deal with these matters. Because when the Speaker himself is sitting, I believe these issues could be put to rest. But because somebody's parochial interest, say, I was you pass the e-levy, and suddenly now the judiciary has allowed themselves to be used in pushing the e-levy, which the Ghanaian people of this country are against. And my only advice to the judiciary is very simple. Among Kai said, it is only Parliament that has a mandate from the people. They are appointed. Our MPs are elected. That is why we call Parliament the House of the People. That is the apex of it. So we cannot allow judicial interferences in there. And I fully support the call on the minority MPs. Say they will make sure they uphold the constitution and defend the integrity of parliament. And we can assure them.
How would they do that? On
the floor of parliament, they can hold. That is in the chamber of parliament. They have a responsibility in the chamber of parliament. Yet the Croman will not say that for our chamber anymore, and nothing has been done so far because yet two and Democrats in us here, and all of us are quiet. Very soon, on the boy with our studio no and everybody will be quiet too.
I don't think you are quiet. I say you are talking. So why do you say all of us are quiet?
Obi, we should call it and say that it is wrong. We should call those who are responsible for that. How on earth will military men enter the chamber of parliament? Can they enter the Supreme Court? Can they enter the House of the Executive? But they happen. Where you and I, in the apex, you have to tune us because of somebody's political experience. As for President Akufo-Addo, when history is written, his name will be written in black. Say he's the worst president that ever graced this country and became president of this country. What took three institutions in us, and sadly enough, our institutions are allowing themselves to be manipulated. It is unfortunate. And this is not what the young people of this country are hoping to see. We are hoping to build a good and a better Ghana that our children will grow up and be proud of. Not a Ghana where we are all at the beck and call of the executive. Into the executive depend on what the emperor wants is what should happen. It can't happen. And we can assure them that we will resist oppressors' rule as said in our national anthem.
Georgia Parado, may I say, why? Asempa, he's a national youth organizer of the NDC, lawyer George Opare Ado, and Moten and Ekosiisen Sony, Asempa 94.7 FM. Okay, somebody just sent me a story. Said a Pokwase interchange cable thief has been electrocuted while stealing earth wires. Pokwase interchange. Obi kwa kuwia cables ni bi wo ma kanea no ache no me yesi wewu poto ewo ho. Obi, just greet Honorable Collins Adomako Mensa for me. Just say Charles Quatten extends his greetings. He is my good pal. We are made from the business school and proud members of the Ubuntu group. He knows very well what I'm talking about. Thank you. And this is from, okay, let me see. Anyway, Charles Quating and on the way, about Charles Quating, thank you. This one says, yesterday's Supreme Court verdict proves clearly, that because anytime they take an issue to court, defeat is always the outcome. The people of Ghana must never allow the NDC to govern the nation. Otherwise, they can sign a bad international agreement that can collapse the nation. Okay, that's Munkaila Jonas Adia. You know why I refused to read part of your message. Those were highly unnecessary. Obi, isn't it good? The controversy surrounding the deputy speaker's right to vote in parliamentary proceedings in the absence of the speaker has finally been settled. Now the speaker, Bagman, can take a full breather from his medical trip whilst the business of the house goes on uninterrupted. Best regards to Dr. Prince Ama Kabiesi Sekendi and Odiweya Brain. Obi, a very big good afternoon to Honorable Fusaini Issa, former MP Okaikwe North constituency and incoming MP for the Okaikwe constituency. Okay, Kofi Go again coming through with this one. Most of the interpretation given by the Supreme Court under the leadership of His Lordship have become controversial in our beloved country, Ghana. But unfortunately, NRA, the 7-member panel, and His Lordship, and in Yabua Enkaho. Prince Henry in Koforidia, or say regards to Honorable Basel Kwejo Ahiable and Honorable Julius Deborah. We say, Obi, you are loud and clear with the Ekosiisen fan base at Ashes Barbershop near the Magistrate Court in Ejumako, led by Kojo Okoso, Kelvin, Kojodum P. And the rest of you. Ejadam Ewo Enyan Maim. Good afternoon to all of you. We say, Obi, how can an MP who represents his constituent in Parliament and has the voting right be prevented from voting because he is sitting in for the Speaker of Parliament? I think the ruling of the Supreme Court yesterday is in order and shows a clear indication that most of our lords and standing orders needs to be amended. Kwesi Reynolds, Agona Odobing, and Odiwe Abba. We say, Obi, it's sad how the NDC is trying to run down every institution in Ghana. The mindset of my way or the highway the NDC is trying to exhibit is very bad and should be spoken against. Nanampon Sabidi Akon and Odiwe Abraying. Lots and lots of your messages coming through. We say, Obi, good afternoon. Please extend my warm regards to all the comrades at the clubhouse, especially Oman Hene Kwabena Asante, Alfred Kojo Tradels, Odi Abraying, and no. There is a statement from the Tepa Traditional Council, and it says, Ray Akufo-Addo is untruthful. My attention has been drawn to a publication by WhatsApp News with the above headline with my picture published in attachment. For the record, I am not Jasehene of Manson Edubia as the body of the letter purport. I have also not made any such remarks about His Excellency the President, Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo. I therefore request an apology, retraction, and correction from the publishers of the WhatsApp News. This is signed by Nana Edusei Atwenewa Ampem, Omanhene Tepa Traditional Council. And on this our statement, Abba. Thank you. We say, Obi, I'm enjoying your show from the seafront of Margate and enjoying some delicious fish and chips. Max all the way from the United Kingdom. And on the way, I bring Ekosiisen, Asempa.